Hey guys, Happy New Year almost. It's the 31st and had some synchronistic things happening and felt like doing a video. So I'm doing a video. Um, the first thing I want to say is I guess part of what inspired this is that I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, people talking about how they're declaring this coming year this or that and all this kind of thing. And I love that. I love that. I feel like that's more fun than like a resolution, because it's resolutions, we can get all caught up in our head and then we don't do it and then we feel guilty and then we flagellate ourselves. And I mean, that's not fun. And I don't want to do anything that's not fun, right? So I have decided, at least for myself, and please feel free to join me, I want to declare 2023 the year of joy, right? That's where I'm going, the year of joy. And there have been a couple of things that have happened that I think I just want to throw in there as we are closing this year out today within hours. Some of my friends from other side of the world have already closed out their year, but that's okay. One of the things I wanted to talk about was just, thinking about as we're coming out of the year, and everybody says this, I know, shaking the dust, as it were, off of our feet from stuff that's gone on in the past, shut it down, tell yourself, I don't need to think about these things that don't serve me anymore. I don't need to get caught up in a vortex of anger about things that have happened in the past or people that I feel that have wronged me. And I can say that I have had a couple of doozies come in, slamming me in right at the end of the year. And I can say, quite honestly, at this very moment, might not be true in a little bit, but right now, I am super grateful for those opportunities to do the work, because they call this work for a reason. It is work. You get to a good place, you feel like you think you're in the flow, things are going well, and then something happens, right? And it knocks you off course. Well, that's about being in the wave, right? When you're in the surf, sometimes when you're going really well, a rogue wave hits you and knocks you off your board, and you got to figure out how to get back on the board and get back in it, right? Get back in the game. Feel good, be happy, let whatever happened go. And I think one of the things that I'm finding for myself is I hope that I'm able to let things go faster. And that's not to say that I don't get mad, and it's not to say that I don't do things wrong and don't handle things badly and don't look back at some things and wish that I had handled them differently. But I can say that I'm authentic, and I can also say that I forgive and I move on, right? And I want to be done. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want it to be hurting me, because I love that saying that when you hate somebody else, you're drinking poison and hoping the other person's going to die, right? That's so true. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. That is not going to help you be in the year of joy, right? The other thing that inspired me to do this video today was a recent client session that I had with this wonderful person who is really at this very interesting point in her spiritual journey. She's at that jumping off point, and I've talked about this before, but it's been a while, where you're really scared to allow these changes to happen, to start living differently, to start living intuitively, to start living in your joy, to start finding the plumb line of your own heart and what you really want to be doing with your time on this earth. And she's at that point, right, where we're standing at the edge of what we think is this huge cliff we can't see. It's completely dark and fogged, and we have no idea what's going to happen, right? And we're so scared to take that jump and to start living differently. That's the way I'm thinking about it. And then, what happened to me, the vision that I had a number of years ago now was that, but it's something I need to be reminded of all the time, because, you come up to a new cliff, right? Like you live differently for a while and then it can shift again. But you come up to that edge of that cliff and you think, I can't do it. I can't jump. I don't know what's out there. I don't know. I'm going to die on the rocks. Something's going to happen. I might fall forever and never hit bottom. What's going to happen? And then I jumped off the cliff and I stumbled into the street. It was nothing more than a curb, right? So a lot of times, so many times, probably all of the time, it's just a curb. It's not a cliff. It's a curb. Just try it. Just start living differently in one area of your life. You don't have to do it in every way. Do it in the way that you approach your work. Do it in the way you approach a personal relationship. Do it in the way you approach friends. Do it in the way that you approach how you spend your leisure time, how you meditate, whatever it is, or taking on one of those things. And please contact me if you think I can be helpful to help you sort some of that out. But so you want to try to figure out one place in your life that you can begin to live differently, that you can jump off that cliff and show yourself that it's a curb. Because then once you do it in one area, then you start to get the courage, right, to do it in other areas. So that's the first thing. The other thing that often happens when we're at this stage in our spiritual journey is that we have a changing of the tribe, right? The tribe maybe that has been with us for a really long time. And it's not to say that they're not good, they're not bad, they don't need to be rejected, you don't need to make a huge statement. You can just start spending time with people who are maybe more aligned with where you are right now. And those people will show themselves if you allow them to, right? And an example for that for me actually is I recently made some new friends, which I'm super excited about. And I'm looking forward to deepening those relationships in the new year. But then also I was invited to this thing that I'm going to go to tonight. And I was going to be going by myself. And it's part of meeting a new tribe, but I'm going by myself. And so I had started to really back out of it and think, I'm not going to do this. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. And then I went to the grocery store, and there was the woman who had sent me the email and who had invited me originally. And she was asking me, are you coming? Blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, that's my sign from the universe, right? I'm supposed to do this. No matter how scared and socially awkward I feel about going to a party by myself, I'm going to do it. And I'm excited and scared, which I think I've mentioned before. It's really the same feeling. It's just how you label it. So I'm trying to label it excited, but I'm human. So anyway, those are my thoughts for you today. 2023 is the year of joy. Figure out how to jump off that cliff in at least one area of your life and prove to yourself that it's actually a curb. It's not that big a deal. And 3, think about maybe some people that you've met recently that maybe are potentially part of a new tribe for you, or in addition to your tribe, that may be people that you can talk to about some of this other stuff that's going on in your life. That maybe there may be some people in your life you can't talk to about that, and there may be some people in your life that you can. And that's okay. That's okay. Different people in your life can have different roles, right? Just like you have a different role in other people's lives. So I hope that was helpful. I'm feeling super excited about right now. So I hope you are too. I hope this helps you feel the joy. I'm sending it out as best I can. And I look forward to connecting with you very soon in 2023. Mwah! Big kisses, big love. Happy New Year. Happy 2023.